Family Plan is a 1997 film directed by Fred Gerber, written by Paul Birnbaum, and we have a cast including Leslie Nielsen, Judge Reinhold, Emily Procter, Harry Morgan, Trevor Morgan. Great cast, great performances, fun concept. Didn't love the execution as much as I wanted to. It wasn't a bad film. There's nothing about it that I think was poorly done. I just didn't think it was as fun or as interesting as perhaps it seemed like it was going to be. It's about a bunch of kids who are taken to this summer camp, and it's about trying to save the camp and the various problems that arise along the way. There's a little bit more to it than that. I don't want to go into too much more detail. The children are orphans, which gives it a bit of an emotional aspect to it. And it's a very busy film, which is not surprising. It's set on a camp, so of course there are a lot of activities, there are a lot of children, there are a lot of characters, there's a lot happening. And in general, it moves at a pretty steady pace, and there are a lot of little problems the characters have to overcome and a lot of opportunities for character growth, so all of that works well enough. But it's maybe not the most interesting narrative. I feel like there are times when it wasn't as fun as it could have been or as funny, but in general, again, there's nothing necessarily bad about it. I just wasn't finding it to be as engaging or as entertaining as I would have liked it to have been, or indeed as I was expecting. And I don't necessarily know why I was expecting that, because I'd never heard of it. I think maybe I just loved the concept and Leslie Nielsen is brilliant, so I think there were several things that made me think it could have been a really great film. But in general, the narrative was fine. The characters were really good. We have, obviously, a lot of different personalities that help to make this a little bit more interesting. And yes, Leslie Nielsen was great. I did enjoy watching his performance. So in general, Family Plan is not a bad film. There is nothing about it that I think didn't work, but it just wasn't as good or as interesting as I perhaps wanted it to be. That being said, if you're looking for a film that's generally quite an easy watch with some well-written characters and decent performances, and quite a fast pace, as I said, it's quite chaotic at times and a lot does happen, then maybe it's one that's worth checking out. I can't imagine I'd ever watch it a second time, but I guess as a one-time watch, Family Plan was not a bad film, and ultimately, I'm pretty happy to recommend it.